Today, I did not realize that this is India.
It says India right there.
Got it. Today we are learning more legal expertise with the Peterson's Law Office.
And we are welcoming in Justin Peterson, who comes and visits with us on the show from time to time. Justin, it's always good to have you in here. I was sneaking around the website a little bit earlier, and I was looking at some of the big settlements that you've had. You go into the hundreds of millions, all the way down to $1 million, and even smaller than that.
Sure.
It's all about what is necessary to help the client out, right?
You don't want a big case in our world. That's not a good thing.
That's right.
Because those big numbers, some really tragic things have happened. Whether it's a commercial vehicle accident, whether it's medical malpractice, or some other type of. We also do commercial business litigation, where you'll see some of those pretty big verdicts as well. And so it's tough. It's tough on people, and so we'll handle it, whether it's worth $1 or $0. We're going to investigate it. We like to help people here in Kentucky, and we do our best to do that.
And speaking of helping people, I noticed that even over the last several weeks, a lot of people have been traveling back and forth from holidays to vacations, and they also take their pets with them as well.
Yeah.
So what type of help do you give them? Let's say they get into an accident and their pet is injured, and does that fall in your realm?
It does, and one of the worst laws that exists, and I know Kentucky, but all 50 states I believe are the same. Our pet is a piece of property, which stinks, so you only get the value of what occurred there. So one of my good friends was recently in a bad accident near Palomar, and her dog, lost a leg in the accident. So they get their medical bills for the animal. But you don't get pain and suffering for an animal, which hurts animal lovers like us, right? It's like, this is crazy. Even the adjuster on the case for the at-fault party was like, I can't believe I can't give them money for this. It stinks, but they can't. That's not what the law says. So, you do get. They are held accountable for vet bills, for the things they need to do, maybe to adjust the home and other things, but you don't get pain and suffering for an animal, unfortunately.
That's interesting, because I didn't know. I didn't realize that. That was a really good question, because it took us down a different level. So we're about to get back into the school season. A lot of us are less than a month away.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Summer's almost over.
I know, right? That's what stinks about it too.
I know.
We've got school buses will be back on the roads here very, very soon, and it changes the whole dynamic.
It does. We handled a case in McGoffin County, still going on, where 18 kids were injured in a school bus that went down a ravine, and so we've identified some issues in that case, and we've been litigating that case for over a couple years. Really tragic situation, tragic injuries. Some of these kids lost limbs. Some of these kids are paralyzed from the neck down, and so it's horrific. But when you get into it, you really need an attorney who can handle these situations, because you're dealing with a commercial vehicle driver, you're dealing with different rules and laws and subsets of law that deals with those situations. That's more than your general car accident. Another example that I give people all the time, because we use this to our advantage, is when commercial vehicles, especially semi-trucks, are driving on the roadway, there are specified roads they can and cannot drive on. And so I've sued trucking companies here in Lexington for driving on certain roads they're not supposed to be on. They can deviate under certain circumstances off main roads, but there's a lot of roads they shouldn't be on. And that's what we call negligence per se, meaning they are negligent as a matter of law if they're on these roads and they cause an accident.
So that also happens when, let's say, you'll see some semis stuck under a bridge because they're not paying it. So
right, you see the videos of that. It's like, how did they end up on that road? They're not supposed to be on that road. And so there's a list of roads through the National Highway Transportation Network on where they can drive, and then they can deviate up to a mile to get to certain areas, like the Walmart or a storage facility, things like that. But if it's longer than a mile, you can't get on that road. And there's roads here in Lexington that we all see semis on. I'll pass them almost every day, and I'm like, there's no reason to be on this road.
Really? See, again, one of those things that we didn't know. I had no idea. And you're right. I'm like, how's that supposed to be here?
Exactly.
But I get it. Sometimes they got to go make deliveries on certain exceptions out there that are on we'd call it almost a country road.
Or they just deviate because they want to take a quicker route or save money or save gas, or they're late and they want to save time. So they go on these roads they know they know where they're supposed to be. There's a lot of data in these trucks, and there's a lot of communication with the logistics companies. And there's a lot of law that supports our ability not only to sue the truck driver, the trucking company, but also sometimes the logistics company that's handling the logistics between the two, because they should be helping with that as well.
There is a gray line with trying to find and decide. But if someone is interested in learning more information about you, trying to find you, how can we do that?
Yeah, sure. We always say, Kentucky, call me. It's Peterson Law Office. You can go to my website at justinpetersonlaw.com. You can go look at those results. You can go look at the types of cases that we handle, or you can call us at 859-469-6390. I'm here, local. happy to meet with you if you need some help.
India, I got to hang out with Justin over the weekend.
I heard.
He's a super guy out in the street.
Jealous?
He's great out here. He's even better when we're hanging out watching golf, you know?
Kentucky.
Sweating
Oh.
watching
We were
golf.
all
Yeah.
sweating. Justin, appreciate you being
Yes,
here.
thank you all.